day 3. I had been down that rabbit hole of negativity again, so I decided to dress them up to go out. Birch bark has always been one of my favorite materials. The colors were amazing and their outfits came together easily. It was like they were created by some famous designer, I thought. We started at the Cobb house and they felt right at home with all the mud and rust. I do too, as I grew up with it, getting dirty and playing in all the unfinished places. Heritage, antique, vintage, and forgotten were all familiar terms to me as a kid. I never imagined I'd be the one old and broken. I had lived in this bus as a teenager, having to contemplate one of the hardest life-changing decisions I had ever had to make, and I didn't have a long time to make it. I wondered how my life had become so messed up. I had no friends here, and I could feel how closed off the circles were. Tight-knit groups with no room for newcomers. I'm not sure why I never noticed that there was an emergency exit and thought how different my life would have been. It was a lifetime ago, more than 30 years, but I can reflect as if it were yesterday. Today I had to face the idea I may never have children. Weird how things come full circle and patterns repeat themselves. What was their past like? Were they supported and loved, or left alone, abandoned, and scared? I would try to let them guide me and listen to what they wanted and needed from me. I would give them the life I wish I had had. I can now hear Tom Waits playing some dramatic song in my head and wondered what music they would like. I then imagined them dancing to Joni Mitchell, laughing and singing along. I was taught the Suzuki method to play violin, and I would try to use that method now to listen and learn from them. As they climbed up into the clematis, I saw those seeds as ideas, spreading, rooting, and reaching out to new possibilities, a new way of being. What if I were more open? What if they wanted more friends to share with? What if that boy from day 2 wasn't so bad after all? I hadn't really given him much of a chance. So she and I looked around, searching the playhouse. What about that one, I asked. That one was beautiful, even with her knotted hair and dirty onesie. She had become tangled in the honeysuckle and was blinded by years of staring at the sun without blinking, so she had no idea how beautiful she was. Perfect, she said, and we helped to free her. Was 3 always a crowd, I wondered? That had certainly been my experience. But it didn't have to be that way for them, I thought. So that one came home with us, and we thought about where we would go on their first adventure together. Maybe they would even invite Boy to come along.